guys, I am Anna. I am going to be filming a Q&A that you guys have requested a very long time ago. I am so sorry I did not get around to filming this Q&A. I don't know why it took me so long to do it. I have no excuse, but I will answer as many questions as I possibly can. And sorry if this video is kind of dark. I didn't put any lights up just because it feels like a very cozy day. It is the first day of snow. It is incredibly beautiful outside, and yeah, just if you want to see your questions being answered, keep watching. Okay, so the first question is, what is your favorite makeup brand? Sorry, I got mixed up with two questions. So, from the drugstore, I will have to say NYX, just because they have a lot of different kinds of makeup. They are cruelty-free, and they have so many different colors and shades, and yeah, NYX. From the high-end side of makeup, I will have to say Too Faced, just because my favorite foundation is from them. Their primer is incredible. Chocolate bar palette, smells like chocolate, it's beautiful. Can't go wrong with Too Faced. What is your favorite type of dog and why? This is a very hard question because I just love dogs in general, but I will have to say small dogs. And as lame as this sounds, I like small dogs because small dogs means small poops. I don't want to clean up big poops. I don't know, I just think it's disgusting, but let me look it up. Hey, props of having your computer in front of you. So I will have to say Pomskis, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's pretty much a mix of a Pomeranian and a Husky, which I used to have a Husky when I was younger, and as I said, I don't want to clean up the big poops. So I think a Pomsky would be super adorable. But if I am being honest, if I got a dog, I would probably get it from a shelter because there's too many dogs out there that need homes, and I honestly do not care if my dog doesn't have an eye or legs. I just want a puppy that loves me and I can love back. Where do you get your inspirations for your videos? So, usually I just get really inspired when I am sad or when I feel lonely or just at night in general. My brain just starts flowing with a lot of different creative ideas. When I am completely alone, favorite food. Sushi used to be my favorite food before I became vegan. But yeah, I still like sushi a lot, vegan sushi now. I make it myself and I even have recipes of that if you want to see. I'll leave the link for that in the description down below. But I think any Asian food in general, like Chinese buns, dumplings, yeah, anything that's Asian. Pet peeve. I have a lot of pet peeves, but I would say at my house, whenever I organize cups very nicely, I organize them by colors and by kinds, and when other people do the dishes, they just mix them up and they're all disorganized, and that really bothers me because I want them to be perfect. More on the normal side, I guess. I don't like it when people chew with their mouths open. Childhood memory. So, since we are around Christmas, one of my favorite childhood memories is when I lived in South America and my entire family would get together at my grandpa's house and we would bake thousands of cookies. We would bake carrot cakes and Christmas bread, and it was like a small business that my grandma had, and I just remembered the entire family getting together, decorating, and this was before my grandpa died. When he died, we kind of stopped having that family business. But I don't know, it was just beautiful to know that Christmas was coming because we're all baking together. And the house smelled like gingerbread cookies and it was always really warm in there. And yeah, that's my best childhood memory. Baking with my family. What is the craziest thing you've done? So, this is gonna sound lame, but the craziest thing I've done is sneaking out of my house with my uncle so that we could watch Harry Potter because my parents wouldn't allow me to watch Harry Potter, and I remember feeling really guilty about it, but that's how you know you're a true Harry Potter fan, you know what I'm saying? Biggest regrets. I have one regret, and my regret, oh man, it's gonna can get personal. I don't really like being personal, but my biggest regret is not telling my best friend that I loved him before he died from suicide. I kind of learned how to be a better friend and how to show people love and compassion always from his death. Before then, I just wish I treasured his selflessness a little more. Why did you want to start YouTube? So, I wanted to start YouTube on 2011, but I started YouTube on 2015 or 14. The reason why I chose to start my YouTube was because my parents were getting divorced, my dad had lost his job, and I didn't have any friends at the time, and it just felt comforting to record myself and make videos. And I also wanted to seek after something that I had wanted to do for so long. Tea or coffee? 100% tea. I adore tea, any kind of tea. I have so much tea in my house, it's crazy. If you could fall into any favorite pie, what would it be? I have never seen a passion fruit pie, but I feel like falling into a passion fruit mango pie would be delicious. Oh man, that would be so good. Maybe I should make a video on that. Who's your favorite family member and memory with them? I would say that I have 3 favorite family members. Those are my siblings, my sister Grace, my sister Sarah, and my brother Miguel. My brother Miguel is the second oldest. I am the oldest, and him and I just get along really well. We have the same friends, we go to the same places together, we have even worked at the same place. We are very like-minded, even though we have very different personalities, and we also are able to give each other advice, and for some reason everything we have gone through in life is very similar. But a memory that I share with him would be maybe when I made him eat a fly. I was like 5 or 7 and he was 2 years younger than me, and we were squashing flies that we found on a window, and I remember pretending to eat one. So I pretended I could put it in my mouth, and I was like, so good, tastes like chicken. And I went to the bathroom, I threw it out. I didn't even put it in my mouth or anything, it was on my hand, I threw it in the trash. And then I went back to him and I was like, oh, you should try it too. So he tried it, he ate it, and he was like, yeah, it does in fact taste like chicken. And I don't know why I did that, but yeah, that's one of the memories I have with him. Then my sister Grace comes. She is the 3rd oldest, and we are not very like-minded at all. We actually argue all the time, but it is completely instructive, I would say. We're always learning from each other. We're always trying to be more open-minded with each other, and we love each other very much. A memory that I have with her is that when we were little kids, we were all playing in the storage room that we had, and we were building a kitchen. So we had bricks that were in the storage room that had little holes in them, and so we built a slide with the boxes in the storage room, and then we made it like a fort slide thing. So we had blankets over the slide so it would be dark when you were going down, and all of a sudden I heard meowing. So, ooh, what just happened? Oh no, okay, there it is. So I heard meowing, and we started looking around, and when I looked by the bricks, I could hear the meowing was louder, and I could see like a little tail or something. So I took my hand and I just went in to grab whatever was in there, and when I pulled this little thing out, it was a baby little kitten. So I started pulling them out. There was 5 of them in there, and when I got to the 4th, everything was fine. But when I got to the 5th, I pull out the kitten, and there was this long thing attached to it, and it was disgusting. It was dry, and I thought it was a dead kitten. So I dropped the little kitty and I started screaming, and everyone in the storage room was screaming too. All my neighbors were in there too, so there was probably like 8 kids in there. And my little sister Grace ran towards the kitten because she was like, why would you drop it? Are you crazy? So she ran to it, And my thought was that the little kitten was attached to another kitten that was dead, which I found terrifying. So she goes and she grabs it, and she actually sees that it was the umbilical cord connected to the placenta. So she's holding the kitten while everyone is screaming at the top of their lungs, and she's like, "Someone get me scissors, please!" And whenever she's pointing at someone with the kitten, they're screaming in horror. But I got her scissors and she cut the umbilical cord. And did I mention that she was 4 years old? Then we have my sister Sarah. Sarah and I like the same things. We both like taking pictures, and we like filming, and we like cooking, and we like adventure and camping. So Sarah and I are like best friends. A memory that I have with her, man, there's so many memories that involve animals, I don't know why. The memory that I have with her is that when she was, I would say 3 years old, we lived in South America, and there's little lizards that are always crawling on the walls that we like catching. So she caught one of the lizards and she had it on her left hand. And me, my brother, and my sister Grace, and of course Sarah, were eating chips. And then my brother Miguel started eating the chips really fast. So my little sister Sarah wanted to eat chips too, so she started eating fast. When all of a sudden, she put the wrong hand in her mouth, and then I just remember seeing her making a very disgusted face, and I was like, what the heck's wrong? And then I see her spit something out, and when I get close to whatever she spit out, it was the lizard. It had no legs, the guts were spilling out, the eyes were popped, and it was very disgusting to see. What motto do you live by? And if you could make one up, what would it be? I would say this is a recent thing that I have been applying to my life. Maybe I have been applying it for the past year, and that is love your neighbor as yourself. I have always been a very loving person towards people, but I used to only be loving towards people who were loving to me. And I just realized that if you just love the people who love you, you're not truly loving people. So I started loving people that I would have never loved before. And I just got to see how good I can do in their lives when I just love everybody around me. And it's so good for my own heart too. So yeah, just loving my brothers and sisters around me. You know, I believe everyone's my brother and sister. And you gotta show them true love the same way that you would love yourself. If I could make one up, what would it be? I actually have a booklet. Let me read it. So here I have my little booklet, and it's filled with a lot of different quotes that I might turn into a book sometime. One of them that I found here says, to live a good life, you must find joy and gain perspective. So what I meant by this is that in order to have a good life in a cruel world is to find joy. I think I have a video on what joy means. I feel like this video is gonna be too long if I explain that. So I'm gonna be a little vague right now, but I just think we need to find joy within our hearts, find peace. And by gaining perspective, I mean just understanding where other people are coming from, understanding why things are the way that they are. I think one of the biggest reasons why this world is so hard is because we have to deal with people that have different minds and with people that want to do different things. So I feel like if we gain perspective, we see the world from up here rather than looking at it straight ahead. I feel like we can't just look at the world from what we see, but we need to try to see what everybody sees. And then we can come up with the ultimate best things to do for your life, and you can also be at peace with other people and their perspectives. I don't know if I explained that properly, but we'll go with it. What is your favorite Japanese animated movie of all time? Love you. I love you too. And my most favorite Japanese movie of all time has to be, I have two. So I have Wolf Children and I have Your Name, Kimi no Na wa. Those two movies are incredible. They are amazing. You guys need to seriously watch them. You're gonna get the feels. and it's gonna be awesome. And I love Studio Ghibli films too, but I feel like that's like a cheap option, you know, like I wanted to see movies that are aside from Studio Ghibli. Since it's getting super dark outside, I am going to read one final question. This question says, what's your favorite season? I feel like this question says a lot about a person you ask it to. So, my favorite season is fall. I really like fall because the weather is just extremely beautiful during the fall. It's not too cold, it's not too hot. All the trees are orange, yellow, and red, and there's pumpkins everywhere, and it just feels fresh, like something awesome is about to happen. I don't know why. Everyone's also wearing burgundy, browns. Burgundy lipstick is on trend and it makes everyone look fabulous. I love pumpkin spice lattes, pumpkin spice tea, pumpkin spice cakes, and I don't know, just whenever fall comes around, I feel a lot of joy. Okay, so that was pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. If you guys want me to create more Q&As, you can just let me know and I will happily create more Q&As. Also, make sure to turn on your notification bell, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!